Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of April 21, 2025 tease that Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, rejects his fate. Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, pulls a fast and dirty move on Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Plus, Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, could slip up, leading to Deacon Sharp, Sean Kanan, making a heartbreaking decision. Keep reading and let's discuss what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Next week, fans can expect Taylor to commit a drastic act. It seems that Brooke is back in a dressing room, presumably getting ready for the Forrester Creations fashion show. There are a lot of famous faces in the audience, including Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag. Eric Forrester, John McCook, gushes to Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Christine Cricket Blair, Laura Lee Bell, about a little mystery and magic. However, at the end of one preview clip, Taylor rushes into Brooke's dressing room and shuts the door. Brooke seems completely blindsided. Then Brooke is by the door, but it seems they might both be locked in there. Over with Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Messinswood, she gets more information from John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin. The good doctor texted Steffy with the news about Liam's inoperable brain tumor. Once Finn gets home, Steffy will want to know all the details. Then Steffy insists that she has to be the one to tell Liam that he's dying. Later, Steffy does tell Liam the news. However, he rejects the death sentence. Is this his intuition, or is he just in denial? The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of April 21 reveal that Steffy will face a moral dilemma. When Liam woke up in the hospital, he didn't want anyone knowing, especially Kelly Spencer, Sophia Paris. It was one thing when everyone thought Liam was going to be okay. With Liam now dying, Steffy will have some tough choices to make. Will she tell Hope Logan, Annika Noel, who shares a child with Liam? It's only right that Beth Spencer, Jordan Lynn Ariza, be able to bond with her dad like Kelly is. What about Bill Spencer, Don Diamond? Although they had an explosive fight, Bill should know what's going on with his son. There is also Liam's brother, Wyatt Spencer, Darren Brooks. Wyatt's not on screen anymore, but still, he should be mentioned at the very least. How on earth does Liam expect Steffy and Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, to hide the truth? Over with Sheila, she has been keeping her relationship with Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, a secret. Deacon gave his wife an ultimatum, and she chose him. However, Sheila got Luna an apartment nearby and is boldly letting her hang out at the restaurant. Sheila doesn't seem too concerned with Deacon suddenly showing up. When Deacon learns that Sheila has been bonding with Luna all this time, it could mean the end of their marriage. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what is coming up next. This upcoming week on The Bold and the Beautiful from April 21 to April 25 promises to be an emotional whirlwind of betrayal, sacrifice, desperate pleas, and decisions that will change the course of lives forever as Taylor Hayes finds herself pushed to the edge by years of pain, misunderstanding, and guilt. What unfolds will be one of the most drastic acts she's ever committed, and one that could either lead to healing or complete ruin. Taylor has always been a figure caught in the crossfire between love and loss, her heart constantly torn between doing what's best for her children and what's right for herself. But the events of recent weeks have left her disillusioned with the endless cycles of pain that ripple through the Forrester family, especially now as tensions between Steffy and Hope once again reignite in the shadows of past betrayals. Taylor's resolve finally breaks, and she takes a shocking step that no one, least of all Ridge, saw coming as she clears out her Malibu home and leaves behind a cryptic note. Taylor disappears, setting off a wave of concern and speculation among those closest to her. Steffy immediately senses something's wrong. but she is already distracted by her own emotional storm, caught between honoring her commitment to Finn and her ever-growing frustration with Liam, who continues to show up uninvited with opinions about how she should live her life. Liam is a man unraveling, not just because of his spiraling connection to Hope, but because he is facing a deep truth about himself that he's tried to suppress for far too long. He is not okay with letting go thrive without him, and as he watches her push him further away, he rejects what many believe is his fate, a life without Steffy, and in a reckless emotional act, he shows up at the Cliff house, once more, only this time to say something he never has, before he tells Steffy he still loves her, that he always has, and that he cannot pretend to be neutral anymore. This puts Steffy in an impossible position, torn between the stability she's built with Finn and the undeniable history she shares with Liam. She doesn't want to betray Finn. She doesn't want to betray herself. But the look in Liam's eyes brings her back to a time when things were simpler, or at least when the complications felt easier to bear. Finn, unaware of what's unfolding, begins to suspect something is wrong, and confides in Ridge, who is still trying to piece together what's happened to Taylor. Ridge blames himself for her disappearance, believing that his inability to choose between Brooke and Taylor in the past may have permanently broken something inside of her. His concern grows when Brooke gets a mysterious text from Taylor that simply reads, "Forgive me." No one knows what it means, but everyone knows it's not good. Back at Forrester Creations, Hope is struggling to keep her line afloat, while rumors swirl about Thomas possibly returning to the company, but only if certain family conditions are met. Hope, still nursing the wounds of Liam's emotional withdrawal, begins to feel isolated. Even though she has tried to maintain her strength and independence, she can't shake the feeling that everything is falling apart around her. And when she learns that Liam has been spending more and more time with Steffy, she begins to spiral. She confides in Brooke, who urges her not to act out of fear. But Hope is tired of always being the composed one, the one who waits, the one who gets left behind. And she too makes a bold move, one that will send shockwaves through the family, when she shows up at Steffy's door unannounced, demanding answers. And what she finds is far more than she bargained for, because just behind that door stands Liam, and in that moment everything Hope feared becomes real. Steffy, caught between them, tries to maintain control, but it's clear that everything is slipping out of her hands, and at the heart of it all is a decision she cannot put off any longer. Will she reaffirm her vows to Finn and shut Liam out for good, or will she open the door to a love that never truly faded? Meanwhile, Paris resurfaces with information about Taylor's last known location, and it leads Ridge and Steffy on a desperate search through an old family retreat where they find traces of Taylor's presence, but no sign of her physical return. What they do find is a journal entry left behind, a heartbreaking confession that Taylor never felt like she was enough for the people she loved, and that maybe the best thing she could do now was disappear and let them live without the chaos her presence always seemed to invite. Ridge is gutted reading her words and vows to find her and fix what's broken once and for all. But as he reads those pages, another shock is waiting, because Taylor mentions someone from her past, someone she believes may still have a claim to her heart, and that revelation may pull a new player into the story. Just as everyone thinks the lines are drawn clear, more confusion emerges as Spencer Publications Bill begins looking into Taylor's disappearance, using his resources to trace financial activity, and what he finds is surprising. Taylor may be traveling under an alias and heading toward a remote part of Europe. For what purpose remains unclear, but it suggests she has no intention of returning soon unless someone gives her a reason to. But who can that person be? And will they get to her in time before she makes a decision she can't come back from? Meanwhile, Zendi steps back into the picture at Forrester Creations, offering to mediate the growing tension between the business factions. But he too has his own motives, which may involve re-establishing old ties and challenging RJ, who has been gaining increasing influence within the company, but doesn't yet know how deep. The internal rivalry, everything that once felt stable begins to crumble as Ridge prepares to leave the country to find Taylor. Hope prepares for a legal move that could threaten Liam's visitation with the kids, and Steffy stands alone, watching the two men she's loved the most argue over her future, with her happiness caught in the crossfire. As viewers prepare for the final episode of the week, they'll be left with a stunning cliffhanger when a mysterious call comes into Brooke's phone from a European number, and the voice on the other end simply says, "I found her," but she's not alone. The words send chills down Brooke's spine as she realizes this is far from over, and that Taylor's story may be only beginning in ways no one could have predicted. Next week's teaser promises return secrets and decisions that could reshape every relationship on the canvas, and fans better prepare for heartbreak, redemption, and everything in between, because the world of the bold and the beautiful is about to be turned upside down, and no one will come out of it unchanged. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our United News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.